Well, it was 25 degrees below zero Fahrenheit yesterday morning. And, no big deal if you can just stay home. But then I get the call, somebody had a snowdrift. There was a couple of roads with some drifting on it. So I had to get to work. Now I'm only 10 miles from there, but when I went to start the M37, she fired up, died, and then wouldn't fire again. It started a lot colder than that. So I didn't grind on it too long. I knew there was a problem someplace. So I thought, no problem, I'll take that old 64 Chevy pickup of mine. So I jumped in that. Well, that had fairly heavyweight oil in it, so it didn't want to start. So I ground on that for a while. Well, that wasn't going to go. So they ended up taking a battery out of this, put it into that one, got it started, warmed it up, and then dumped the oil and put some lighter oil in it so I wouldn't get stuck when I got to work. Well, okay, so time is running on here, and I'm trying to get this and get back home. Well, I got partway out the driveway, and that pickup is a two-wheel drive, positive traction. And she can be tough on slippery ground. It doesn't have much in the way of traction. Unless you got a pile of weight in the back, which I should throw some more grater blades in. Well, anyway, I got stuck with that. I was going uphill through the snowbank. Got almost all the way, then I got stuck. Well, now you got a choice. You could try to back all the way back down. Well, so I shoveled for a while. I'd creep a little bit, shovel a little more. Well, then a neighbor happened to be driving by, and he come and give me that last little pull to get out. So then I finally get to work, and I was lucky in that I had the grater plugged in, or it would have been another 4 hours. But I wanted to go and start it anyway, one of these days, just to run it, because you got to run them every once in a while or they get sluggish. So it fired up, but, 25 below, everything in the machine is cold, like the hydraulics and the steering and everything like that. Ended up, it was, by the time I actually got out, it was already afternoon. It was 4 hours into the day, and it had been tough. So I went out and worked for like 3.5 hours, and I was able to get home again before it got dark, which is always a good plan. And the snowbank was no problem. I was going downhill. But now today she got up above zero. It's like 1 degree above zero Fahrenheit. And after you're used to that cold, well, you don't get really used to it, but you kind of adjust. And honestly, after about 20 below, you really don't notice the difference. Air sounds a little different. It crunches under your feet, the sound, when you walk on the snow. So it's colder. And then it's, after 20 below, it's just a matter of how long you're going to survive is really the thing. You don't really notice the difference in the temperature. It's just damn cold is damn cold. But today now, when it's up above zero, it feels warm. So today I'm working on the chick bag, and I pulled the fuel pump off. And these are nice in a lot of ways. They really thought about these. The fuel pump, the bolts that hold it on, are these long bolts. They're extended, so you can get at them with a crescent wrench or anything. They're out in the open instead of fighting like so many times they put crap back in there that's hard to get at. This is relatively easy to get back at it. When I pulled it out, there's 2 poppet valves in here and a diaphragm. Well, that's all that can go wrong with them. And you could blow right through the pump. There was no resistance either way. One of the valves evidently had a little piece of ice or something in it. Now, I never did find the exact culprit. I know it was in there, and I know it's gone now. And I blew everything out, so now it should work fine. And I'll just stick it back together and fire it up again. But that's the kind of thing. Winter, you fight with machinery. The less you have to do with it, the better off you are. I mean, when it gets below zero, every little thing is a battle. It's hard to get much done. But I got to get this running again. But that'll just be a matter of putting that pump on. No big deal. She works now. Pump's fine. In winter, it's these small little victories that keep you going.